War! Yeah! What is it actually good for? It's definitely something. Specifically, how do you win a war? And when you win, what do you get? I can't in good faith take the stance that war is never good. Nor can we deny the reality that violence, fighting, and war often come for those who are least prepared to take it on. But war should be the exception, not the rule to solving differences. Outside of a war of conquest, war is often understood to be an unreconcilable difference between two opposing ideologies. Essentially, people fight because they believe it's the only way for their ideology to prevail. And there are many forms of war that we have come to understand to be good. Dub-dub-dos became a war to protect national sovereignty and stave off a tyrannical regime. The Spanish Civil War was a war against the tyranny of fascism. The American Civil War was a war to secure the union in the country and abolish slavery. And arguably, none of these were true victories. Nazis live on, fascists still affect Spanish politics, slavery sympathizers still seek to divide America. But the thing that justified these actions were very specific fights against an identified wrong that had refused to be cowed by any other form of diplomacy. There are a lot of things that went wrong to create many of the wars we are seeing now, but I would say chief among them is fighting for nebulous ideals. We see this in Vietnam, where we were attempting to stomp out communism, while the Vietnamese were fighting for freedom. We see this in the War on Terror, where the thing we were fighting for was a one-side characterization of terrorism, one that stayed one step behind the evolving ideologies of the people we were fighting. Essentially, we were fighting ideas, we were fighting ghosts of things that did not actually exist, and those did not align to the reality of the situation we were in. So when it comes to the current situation, it is my biggest concern that the people leading the action that don't know what a win looks like. Instead, they're fighting ideology. They're fighting against a ghost of an idea that they have in their head about what the situation really is. According to the optics and the bravado of our Christian nationalist defense secretary, this is about liberation, something echoed in both Venezuela and Iran, and soon to be Cuba probably. Both countries had terrible leaders who were committing major atrocities. And by taking them out, the promise was that the people would be free to take back their nation. Venezuela is still in limbo under the ragtag remains of Maduro's government. Iran is still under the gun of the Khamenei administration, which is hard at war attacking U.S. and Israeli allies in the Middle East. So does the U.S. bear responsibility for fixing the things they break? Well, if their version of winning is what they truly want, then yes, you cannot be a liberator without working alongside the people you seek to liberate. And this is with the slightest concession that occasionally acts of liberation can work. But much like an abused spouse, you cannot just kill their partner and hope they get over it. And I can't just tell you how to feel about the situation, but I want you to think about it. The U.S. just walked into a gunpowder store and tossed a grenade. So whether or not the result is acceptable, it will take a lot of destructive fires and explosions to get there. So think about the supposed intended results, and think about what we have, and ask yourself, is this really the best option we could have had? I think there's a version of this where the U.S. acts as liberators without raising Iran with precision munitions. And the fact that people say it was the only way is a testament to the limit of people's critical thinking skills. So buckle up for a long ride, because the real war is with the friends you made along the way.